Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. And look at that view. That's Waimea Canyon in Hawaii. I was there a couple months ago and took this picture, actually. It's a beautiful photo. Now, you might be wondering how it was that I got that into Space Engineers, and today I'm going to tell you how. Actually, it was Cosmic Chimp that showed this to me, using a program called Whips Image Converter. That's what it is. And it's very cool. As a matter of fact, I asked my patrons if they could donate, and I didn't give them much time, so only Equinox was able to get me some pictures before this recording, but he sent me a bunch from the Pacific Northwest, where we both live. And yeah, it's a beautiful place. I love the Pacific Northwest. So he sent me a bunch of pictures. Anyway, this is a permanent art installation in the hangar. As a matter of fact, I have projected a few more screens. My plan is to fill this whole area with pictures, like all the way from one end to the other. Ha! What do you think? I really hope it doesn't cause lag. I'm a little nervous about that, but if it does, we'll just put in a button or something to turn them all off. But anyway, so I need more pictures. And where am I going to get those? I'll tell you where I'm going to get those. I'm going to get those from you. That's right. I would like you to submit me photographs or art that you've done. I don't care what it is. The only thing I ask is that A, it's family friendly, because my channel is family friendly and I want to keep it that way. And B, it has to be something that you own or have gotten permission to use. So no pictures you found on Google image search, okay? Either a photograph you took, an image you made, or something along those lines. So every image that I get sent that fits those requirements, I will place in somewhere here, and I can either do a wide LCD or a normal LCD. The actual requirements are on the top of the screen. I would like that resolution. If you don't know how to do that resolution, or if you don't know how to work with images, that kind of thing, just go ahead and send me the picture anyway, but I would really love it. It would save me a lot of time if it was that resolution right there, or, of course, the other one there. And then, yeah. So we need more lights, and that means a projector. I went and created myself a blueprint of that setup like that, and it's just a matter of making that happen. Ooh, it's dark. So this time I learned from last time, and I put my projector halfway down so that I won't run out of space, basically, or I won't run out of distance on the projector like I did last time. I went into my favorite little script editor, the visual script builder tool, and I made myself a script that's going to help. And let's take a quick look at that. It's this. It's very, very simple, so I'm not even going to bother putting the load line in there, because all it does is it grabs the Z value, which it took a little testing to figure that out, the Z value of the offset, and it adds 10 to it. And I press that button and it moves 10. Let me go just run down there and show you. So you can see it's lined up to do the next one. And if I press this button right here, clicky, it jumps forward 10. And now it's here. Now, I actually am going to leave that because I, at first, am only going to do every other bay, every other group, and I'm going to leave the in-betweens empty. Later on, I might come back and put more in. It all kind of depends on how many images I get submitted. Yeah, that's all. Okay. So, let me go and tell all of the thingies, all the nanite factories, all the Igors, to go ahead and do projection construction. And there we go. So now we've got 3 nanite factories all wanting to project or construct projections. So we should be seeing some pretty soon here. Any moment. Look at that. We've got lights. All right, now while Igor's doing that first section there, let's actually go and let me show you how to do this WIPS image converter thing. Now, WIPS image converter is actually an exe that you have to download and run on your computer. Now, I'm not going to directly recommend you do that, and because, you know, there's potential security issues involved in that. I have personally scanned it to make sure that there's no known viruses in there, and I think actually WIP is a known modder, and I don't think that he's going to be doing anything, but I just want to warn you that downloading and running an exe on your computer that is not from a major corporation and that kind of thing is a dangerous thing to do, and I'm careful about that kind of thing normally. That's all. That's just my little, you know, warning. All right. So what we're going to do first is put in an LCD panel. All right. Let's get this thing going. Let's see if I can... No, I don't have any of the parts. Never mind. Igor, I know you're busy, but if you could just go ahead and... Thank you. Now, I wanted to put in a new one because all the other ones are already configured properly. So let's get this one. Now, the things you're going to need to do, scroll all the way to the bottom, not all the way to the bottom, about halfway down to the bottom, and find font. Go choose monospace, it's the last one, and set the font size to 0.1. The very smallest, go as far to the left as you can, okay? And then hit show text on screen. Those 3 items are absolutely a requirement. Then, the next thing you have to do is jump out to WIP's little program. Now, like I said, you're going to have to download this exe and run it. And there's a link to it in the description down below. Yeah, that's it. That you download it, you run it, and this is what comes up. Then, you just hit browse, and I'm going to go ahead and pick this picture of the moon. Now, this is another one by Equinox. He took a picture of the moon through a telescope, apparently. Now, you'll notice that this is very, like, bleh, right? That's because there's not any dithering. Now, there's only a certain number of colors available in Space Engineers, and it's not as many as photographs normally have. So you kind of have to, like, fiddle with that, and it's called dithering. There's a lot of different kinds of dithering. I've found most of the time the one on the top works great. And you'll note that looks a lot better. Okay? If you need it to be a widescreen, then you just choose that. They also have corner screens. So if you want it on one of those little corner LCD displays, you can do that too. This is what it looks like on a widescreen. But we're actually using a square, so we'll do that. Then it's as simple as hitting convert. It'll tell you the image is converted, and then you copy it to the clipboard. Then it's time to head on back to Space Engineers. When you're back in the game, you can actually just click, and it'll bring up the text. Click right here, hit Control-V. That'll paste all that gobbledygook in, and you hit OK. And that's all there is to it. Look at that. And it's not as gorgeous as a regular photograph, and it doesn't look as beautiful as it does in other places. And Keen's crazy amounts of bloom make it look funny, but it still looks cool. I just gotta say, it looks cool. And that's all. That's all there is to it. Oh, hey, look, this section is done. Look how much brighter that is. That is so cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead and now I have it set to jump by 10. I think I need to tell it to go 20, so that just means running this twice. So 1, 2. Should do it. Oh no! Never mind. I forgot to tell it to keep projection. Fine. And I think it was just under runway. Yep, there it is. And yeah, there we go. Now it's in the right spot. Let's just go in and tell it to keep that projection this time. Keep projecting. Ooh, I have 5 hydrogen. I should probably head back. Well, that was the fast way back, apparently. Well, people were saying that I was going to need a call button. I think they're right. Because my elevator's down at the bottom now. I mean, this is easy. I can just drop and then use my thrusters or my jetpack, but if I'm ever at the bottom and my elevator's at the top, that could be a problem. What happened to these screens? I have a feeling that installing huge quantities of LCDs in my base is going to turn out to be a bad thing. I guess we'll find out. Look at this. This is the last section, and it's just a few blocks short of the entrance I made. I mean, that's just amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we should be able to actually fly the blue plane out of here. Now, there is a projector in the way, so I can't quite do a full speed launch here. I'm going to have to kind of inch my way past it. See if I can. There we go. That's a little easier. On. There we go. I thought I hit P a few times trying to turn that handbrake off. Whoops. I don't know what happened just there. It tripped over itself. Let's go to the MBT2. I think it's going to be closer. I mean, the thing's fine. It just tripped over its own 2 feet. Or wheels. There's like a chunk. I wonder if I bumped into one of these lines or something. That's probably what I did. Let's get these started. And then I think I can shut the projector down. Let's see. I don't see anything else missing. I mean, there could be things behind the rock, but we can find that out on our own later. So, let's get rid of this setup. Go fix the plane and get out of here. I should probably move this, too. I need it there so that the MBT knows that it can fix stuff in here, if that makes any sense, because we're not on the same grid with the MBT right now. And so if it doesn't have a repair beacon, it doesn't know that it can work on the stuff in the tunnel. All right, so it looks like the only thing that broke, as far as I can tell, the only thing that broke was the cockpit. Well, that's just great. Oh, and of course, I can't put it on because it's halfway in the ground. Okay. Can I push this thing? Might have to grab the lifter or something. Come on. Well, here's one trick. Blue plane, gyroscope, and then it's just a matter of figuring out which one it is. So it'd be pitch, roll, yaw. I think it would be yaw. Nope. It would be pitch. Yep. That's too far. Kind of worked. Ha ha ha. I just had to turn it off at just the right time, and there it goes. Okay. I thought the sun was coming up. Was I wrong about that? Maybe the sun was going down. I think the sun just went down. That's great. Well, while we wait for the sun to come up, there were several suggestions to actually set up little kind of storage ports on the sides. And that was the other reason that I wanted to leave a space in between each one of these sections, was so that I could actually have kind of open spots. So I'm going to kind of manually work on this for a little bit. Okay, that's going to take a while. I think we should probably build something. I want to do something fun with it. I was thinking I could just put this on a piston just attached to this pillar kind of thing, but that would end up collecting all the stone. Oh, speaking of which, we never did do the next way of getting rid of stone. Well, let's kill two birds with one stone. Let's actually collect all this stone, and then we'll put the system that I was thinking about in that room. Haha, that sounds like fun, doesn't it? All right, so we're gonna set up some kind of a drill printer of sorts. Yeah. Okay. It's in my head. Now it's just a matter of making it a reality. Yeah, that's working okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this back. Oh, also that just hit maximum distance. So we're going to need 2 pistons. So let's make a couple of changes. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Igor, I got a rock for you. If you could just pick that up, that'd be great. And fix the hole. Oh, actually made a hole. Okay. Okay, we're going to start over with this, but we have some ideas now. How did I live without Igor before? So the first thing we're going to do is turn all these guys on and just move them forward and clear out that space. I think that'll work. We'll see. It's the cool thing about space engineers. You don't have to worry about how much things cost or how much destruction or who's going to die. The only cost is time and fun. And that's not a cost. That's a gain, one way or the other. Then, I think if we extend both pistons, we'll end up covering pretty much the entire space. Yeah, there we go. Reverse. The only problem is this other set of pistons is now going at twice the speed. So hopefully they don't, like, run into something and, well, do exactly what they're doing and then destroy things. Yeah, I don't want this happening right now. Well, that was cool. Okay. Probably should have done some math before I extended those pistons. Oh well. Probably also should have run them slower. Always things to learn. It's raining parts. Yeah, okay. That was lame. I apologize. Okay, I fiddled with the settings on this craziness. And if it works with these two, then I'll actually add a whole line. So let's go ahead and fire up these drills. Got these 2 drills on. Kind of hoping this thing shakes itself to pieces. Probably will. Alright, and then this piston we can hit reverse And this piston, we can hit reverse. I think that'll do the trick. I think I guessed the actual distance. I may be wrong about that. It's going to go too far, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to set it to 4.4 so that the back of this doesn't hit that. But other than that, I think that's just right. I feel like at least putting something out here to hold on might be a good idea. See, no problem. Why not? And let's just move this. I think that works. Seems to help. A little bit. Okay. Let's put some more drills in this thing. Because you know what it needs? It needs more drills. I was thinking to myself, I wanted to put a whole bunch of drills on some drills because I wanted to drill. I also want a control panel. So if I reverse these two, it should pull them in. Hey, how's that going to handle the emissive strip? Not a problem. That is really cool, by the way. Oh, that's kind of terrifying, actually. Okay. Now, let's turn on all the drills. I've heard rumors that if you throw a gyroscope on these guys, that they don't shake as much. Shall we find out? And see if it makes a difference. Those two are kind of shaking at about the same amount. I can't tell if that's helping or not. Well, doesn't hurt. Throw another one over here. Okay. So those have done their things, right? Yeah, okay. So then we can just increase the maximum distance little bits at a time and run it back and forth. Beautiful. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a crazy contraption that works. Haha. Oh, hey, the sun's out. Let's go fly. Oh, I should probably turn those off, huh? Crazy drills. Alright, now we're good. Let's take that plane out. Go for a nice Sunday drive. It is literally Sunday as I'm recording this. Mother's Day, by the way. Since I didn't record yesterday, for all those with mothers, Happy Mother's Day. In the U.S. I guess in other places they have. Okay, you know what? Why is my mouse not working? Shouldn't my mouse be able to fly this thing? Oh. Oh, that's interesting. How am I going to do this? Apparently, in that crash, I lost my gyro. Well, I do have a solution for that. I can also kind of cheat because I've got those downward thrusters. So I can just land this and hopefully be able to put a gyro on here. Easiest crash landing ever. Alright, well, I've got some parts on me. I wonder if I've got enough for a gyro. Wait a minute, I got a gyro right there. Was it off or something? Gyroscope. The override was on. Oh, because I was flipping it over. I forgot about that. Okay, well, here we go then. All right, come on. Up in the air, please. That was actually me using the upward thrusters, but oh well. Okay, let's go do a thing. Okay, here we are. So recognize this place? This is the only full-size-ish ice lake near us at all. And it's got a whole bunch of, like, ores around. And, of course, a whole bunch of ice. And this is how we are going to be getting back into space. I plan on building a space center over here. A launch pad and a place to gather all the hydrogen we need. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing. Like I don't have, well, I never have complete plans. I just come up with general ideas. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Landing. Oh, crud. I can't slow down fast enough. I thought I could lose speed faster, and apparently I could not. Let's see. Let's go 2 and reverse. And yeah, I could set up a timer to do that part, but meh. It's kind of fun to sit here and watch it. It's crazy. Yeah, and I'll probably have to manually do some work on the floor and walls and that kind of thing, but that's okay. And before you say it in the comments, yes, making a ship and just flying it in there would have been a lot more efficient and a lot easier and take a lot less time. But where's the fun in that? If you can't create a crazy contraption, why are you playing Space Engineers? Okay, that's it. That's the max. And I think we'll leave the next stage of this to the next episode, because while this is awesome, we are running out of time. So if you enjoyed either my crazy contraption or the finishing off of the tunnel, or my idea for a space station over on that lake over there, make sure and hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe, come back for the next episode, and hit that little bell. That'll actually let you know when the next episode happens, which would be great, right? Anyway, as always, I'll see you next time on Epic Tech. How has this thing not wobbled itself into tiny little pieces?